Welcome to Save Your Sanity, help for handling hijackals, those difficult, toxic, and often disturbing people in your life. I'm Dr. Rhoberta Shaler, the Relationship Help Doctor, and I'm here for you. You'll get the insights, skills, strategies, and support to stop tolerating verbal and emotional abuse, whether it's happening now or it happened to you in the past, maybe by a parent, partner, ex, relative, or even a coworker. Time to take life back, to recover and to rediscover you, your values, dreams, desires, and realize them in healthy ways in healthy relationships. I'm so glad you're here. Hello and welcome to this episode. I'm so glad you've joined us. If this is your first time, a big welcome to you. There's lots of episodes for you to watch and listen to. You can sometimes watch them on YouTube. That's why I say watch. But mostly you're going to listen here to the podcast. So if you want to go to YouTube, go to my channel, which is youtube.com/forrelationshiphelp, F-O-R, relationshiphelp.com. But for today, I want to talk to you about something that is so infuriating when you're dealing with these difficult people, these hijackals as I call them, and that is their inability and unwillingness to take responsibility for anything. You've noticed that, right? So it's totally infuriating. And a difficult partner, a hijackal, refuses to take responsibility for anything that is not praiseworthy. She or he will step right in if they can take credit for something good. But when something goes sideways, oh no, it's all you, all your fault. And that's just one infuriating thing that goes on a daily basis. So if this is true, you're most likely with a hijackal, a relentlessly difficult and disturbing person. And the bad news is you may very well be in a pattern of enabling that hijackal. Whether it's a difficult partner, parent, teen, or coworker, it's a pattern most partners and targets of hijackals get into. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's by excusing this lousy behavior and allowing it to go on. When you enable it by not speaking up and taking action, you will continue to give that person the idea that it's all right with you. Yeah, I know you're exhausted. I know that when you speak up in certain ways, it only makes it worse. I'm going to talk to you, and I have spoken many times in many episodes about don't poke the hijackal. Don't poke the bear. There are better ways to communicate. But in this situation, I know it's exhausting. I know it's infuriating. And it feels almost like too much to have to continuously speak up or confront the behavior because it happens so often. And you're right. It is too much. And it isn't right that you have to do it. But you don't like the behavior, so you have to take care of it and take care of you too. So don't enable it. You have to give up enabling it. And that's a big deal for you. You deserve better. And that's why you have to stop enabling it. Whatever you're being blamed for is not your fault. Got that? It's not your fault. You may be always thinking it might be because you can make up a story that it is your fault, but in all likelihood, it is not your fault. It is just simply that the hijackal doesn't want to take responsibility, so it has to be you. And if you have kids, they should not be seeing this as a good enough modeling for relationships, right? You've got to be thinking about them. So what do? You quietly and unemotionally say, I deserve respect. I know what I did, and I know what you did. Nothing will change the truth, no matter what you say. I deserve respect. I know what I did, and I know what you did. Nothing will change the truth, no matter what you say. And then repeat as necessary. This gives you an assertive and truthful statement to immediately take a stand. And if you lose it with a you're always and you're never statement of complete frustration, you know you'll be in a fight. And of course, more verbal and emotional abuse. And yes, it is abuse. So don't set yourself up to be further abused. Making this simple statement of truth firmly and quietly can disarm, and it will infuriate, a hijackal. He or she will try to push you to lose it. Getting a reaction from you makes them feel powerful. So don't lose it and give them the idea that they have power over you. You take your power back with that simple statement. I deserve respect. I know what I did, and I know what you did. Nothing will change the truth, no matter what you say. So there's one thing you can do. And here's another. Just 2 for today. Do some quiet self-reflection into the patterns of your relationship with that difficult partner or parent or friend, that hijackal. You got to think about these things in the bigger picture. So how many areas in your relationship are there really patterns of repeated verbal or emotional abuse? When are they likely to show up? What's your usual response? Is it serving you at all? Can you recognize that you are allowing this to continue? So what are you afraid of? Yeah, I know they're going to get angry, but you're used to that by now. Do you realize that this has nothing to do with love, and it's completely lacking in respect? What is going on? You have to be looking at what you believe deep down. Is there somewhere down there that you believe you don't deserve to be treated any better? These are important reflections. These are some of the starting points when I work with my clients in my groups and in my private sessions. And if you want to know more about that, go to forrelationshiphelp.com. Because you can work with me for your initial full 1-hour consultation for only $97. So yes, you need to know how to manage the relationship, but it all starts with how you manage and how well you know yourself. So you have to do some quiet reflection into those questions. Do you remember them? How many areas in your relationship are there that have patterns of repeated verbal or emotional abuse? When are they likely to arise? What's your usual response? Is it serving you, that response? Can you recognize that you're allowing this to continue? Don't beat yourself up, just recognize it. And what is it that scares you? What are you afraid of? And do you realize this has nothing to do with love and is completely lacking in respect? Okay, so there's a second thing you can do. Now for the third and last one for today. Think about this. You decide that you will get new insights and strategies to empower you to stop the abuse, okay? Decide that right now. You will get those insights and strategies. In fact, you're doing it already because you're listening to this podcast, because you really do have to say it like it is. It is abuse. It could be verbal, emotional, physical, spiritual, sexual. In this case, somebody not taking responsibility for anything and therefore making it your fault is emotional abuse. So you're the one who needs the new strategies and the insights because the hijackal doesn't want any. Remember, they're perfect, so why would they want some? Hijackals like to cull you from your herd. They like to keep you away from your family and friends. Another thing that really thrills them is they like to isolate you to be dependent on them for money and friends and decisions. And most of all, they like to be in charge of your self-worth, your self-esteem. So if you're with, or you have been with, or you were raised by a hijackal, you know that's true. It's hard to admit, I know, but it's true. So now you have to realize that you're actually allowing this, even enabling it. Big step, huge step, not a happy step. Because until now, the hijackal has been, quote unquote, doing it to you. And now you have to realize that you're letting him or her continue to treat you poorly. You're letting it, you're enabling it. And you deserve more. Even though the hijackal continues to tell you that no one wants you and you're lucky to have him or her because you're such a hot mess, and worse, don't believe it. You need to know that the hijackal does not define your self-worth, and don't let that happen for another minute. Get help to see the patterns and the cycles the hijackal has. When you go to forrelationshiphelp.com and you click on books and programs, you'll see I have an online course there to help you. It's called Seeing the Cycles. Go there. Go through that program. 13 videos, journal pages with great questions. Really will help you. So go to my YouTube channel, For Relationship Help. Read my books. Get help. Work with me. Come along. Work with me. I've done my best to make all this available to you through my blogs and my YouTube channel and my podcasts. And that's all free and available. And if you want to be part of my new group, my very safe group away from Facebook, you can do that for only $5 a month, the cost of a latte. Or if you're fancy, less than a cost of a latte. You want to know more about that, go to forrelationshiphelp.com/emotional savvy circle. forrelationshiphelp.com/emotional savvy circle. And for sure, if you're really shaking your head now and saying, what's this hijackal business? Am I really with one? Get my free ebook. It's called How to Spot a Hijackal. Even if you're just thinking, oh, I already know he is one, go there and confirm it. It's free. Go to hijackals.com. And you spell that hijackals.com. So I hope you'll join one of my books. I hope you'll join one of my groups and read my books, because that will help you see you're not alone. You are being culled from the herd and feeling alone perhaps, but you are not alone. Jump into the group. Remember, forrelationshiphelp.com/emotional savvy circle. You'll find that there are so many other people who are experiencing that. All that's been going on is hijackal behavior, and all that you've been told by your hijackal is that it's your fault and they're not taking any responsibility for it. And nothing is more important than getting the help you need to change your life in positive ways and to provide the best role model you can for your children. That's what you can do. A difficult partner makes it, well, difficult. And it may take longer than you want it to. And it will take every ounce of your courage and strength on some days. But you know what? You're worth it, and so are your children. I'm Dr. Rhoberta Shaler. Find me and my other podcast wherever you enjoy getting your podcasts. I look forward to talking with you soon. And in the meantime, take good care. I'm so glad you spent this time with me today. I hope you heard something that touched your heart and empowered you to move forward. You can have the life and relationships that you most want, and that begins with you, within you, today. I'm always here for you. Life can get better, and you heard that from me, the Relationship Help Doctor. I'm Rhoberta Shaler, and I work with clients throughout the world through video conferencing. We can talk. So learn more at forrelationshiphelp.com. forrelationshiphelp.com, or visit me on YouTube at For Relationship Help. Join me for next week's show.